knowing the right way to fix a button is very important. So you find a situation where you fix a button and after a little while it pulls off. Today I'm going to show you the best method to fix a button on a garment. Please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel Loyasi. Hit the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video you get the first time notice of it. If you have any question, hit me up in the comment section. Now, I've tried a lot of methods on how to sew a button. Now, the problem with some of these other methods is after you sew the button, if there's a little pressure on the button, it pulls off. I made a lot of research and I came up with a perfect method and a proper method in which you can sew a button, and once you sew it, it stays on, it doesn't pull off. So now the first thing we need to do, we need to thread our needle. So I took the thread and I folded it by 2. This thread is in 2. So I'm going to insert it, and when I insert it and tie it, it's going to give us 4 threads on the needle. Now I'm going to insert the thread into the eye of the needle. I'm going to insert it this way. Simultaneously, I'm going to put in the 2 threads inside the eye of the needle. Yeah, so I've inserted the thread into the eye of the needle. I'm going to pull it this way. Once I pull it, now we're going to get 4 threads inside the needle. It's going to be tied in 4 ways. So now there's a way I tie the knots, the end of the thread on the needle. I don't tie it the normal way. So now what you do, you take the tip of the thread from the needle this way, you place it on the head of the needle. This is the head of the needle. You place it on the head, then you take this end, you tie it 1, 2, 3. Now you can turn it 4 times depending on how strong you want the end of the thread to be. So I'm going to pull. So once you pull, you're going to get a very firm knot here. As you can see, we have a very firm knot here. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut off the tip of the end of the thread this way, like this. So I'm going to take my needle, then I'm going to insert it into the fabric this way. Once I insert it, I'm going to pull. Now as you can see, I've pulled it. This is the knot that we tied. It's on the right side of the fabric. I'm going to insert the thread to come out on the good side of the fabric like this, and I'm going to pull. So I'm going to take my button. So I'm going to insert my needle into one of the holes in the button. Then I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to insert it into another of the hole of the button like this. Then I'm going to pull. Now take note, this is very important. Now when you are pulling the thread inside the hole of the button, you don't pull it too snugly. You don't pull it too tightly. If not, it's going to make the button to be so firm. A button normally is not supposed to be too firm on the fabric where you fix it. There's supposed to be a little bit of ease. Let's say it's the shirt and you want to put the button into the buttonhole. There will be ease for the button to move around like this, so there won't be much pressure around the thread area. So now I'm going to insert the needle inside another of the hole of the button like this. Then I'm going to pull. So now after pulling, as you can see, I'm not pulling it too tightly. I'm going to insert it on the 4th hole like this. I'm going to pull. Now I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to insert it on the wrong side of the fabric this way. Once I insert it, I'm not going to make it come out on the front part of the button. I'm going to make the needle to come out in between the fabric and the button like this. Then I'm going to pull, as you can see. So now what I'm going to do to create some kind of reinforcement around it, I'm going to take my thread this way, and I'm going to put it around the button this way, snugly around 1, 2, 3. So it's, as you can see. So now I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to take it back towards the wrong side of the fabric like this. I'm going to pull. So I'm going to turn it to the wrong side. As you can see, this is the wrong side of the fabric. So I'm going to take my thread, I'm going to pinch just a tiny bit of the fabric from the wrong side this way. I'm going to insert the needle halfway, then I'm going to take the end of this thread and I'm going to take it 1, 2 like this, and I'm going to pull. After pulling, I'm still going to pinch a little bit of the fabric this way like this to create another reinforcement, and then I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to put it around the needle 1, 2 twice, and I'm going to pull. I'm going to cut off the edge of my thread this way and cut it off. This is a perfect method you can use to fix a button on a garment. No matter the amount of pressure you put on it, it's not going to pull off. And say I'm pulling the button, I'm pulling it very well, it's not pulling off. Now my online classes is coming up on the 10th of October 2024. Registration is ongoing. There are limited slots available and there's also a time limited discount. Click on the link in the description to register quickly for the online course. It's going to be a ready-to-wear class. I'm going to give you exclusive teachings, how to cut and how to sew an English shirt from start to finish. And there's also going to be bonus tips on sewing. We have limited slots available and there's a time limited discount. Click the link in the description to register for the online class.